My name is Jennifer Setlak. I'm a senior DNA analyst with the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. I'm located in the Madison laboratory. The work I'm presenting on today is for our Databank laboratory. So what they do is they process reference standards for individuals that have been convicted of felonies, and now we've updated our laws to include misdemeanor convictions as well, which is something that has prompted this study and the future work of the Databank group. One of the things that I just mentioned is that Wisconsin has undergone some recent legislative changes. Previously, the Databank group collected, like I said, convicted felon samples for upload to our database system. We're now including felony arrests that are violent felonies as well as misdemeanor convictions. So we were very concerned with the possible intake of samples rising dramatically and how we would accommodate those samples. And one of the things that we were looking at is how to be more efficient in our processing. So as most analysts know, there's a three-step approach for DNA analysis: extraction, quantitation, and then the amplification and typing. So the first two steps, we were looking at, can we reduce those, make them faster, or eliminate some of those steps? So SwabSolution is a product that allows the extraction of swabs into a solution that can be amplified without having to quantitate it or do any extra processing on the extraction end. So that cuts out a lot of time, and it's also cost savings to the laboratory. So we also modified the procedure to reduce the amount of reagent that we were able to use, which also is a cost savings to the laboratory. And we found that with our amplification kit of Fusion on a 3500, we got fantastic profiles, and we're going to be moving forward with that hopefully very soon. Right now it's working really well on a manual level. We're always looking to automate our processes to make them more efficient and less prone to errors. So we're looking at evaluating a robotic process for this. We're also looking forward to going with a different substrate in the future for our collections. So right now offenders are sampled on just standard cotton tip swabs. We're looking at evaluating paper substrates in the future so we can move to a punch system, which is another level of automation that will hopefully increase our efficiency to the system as well. We always get this question a lot: why is your turnaround time so long? I think right now we're averaging about 40 days, work business days to get a case out the door. And sometimes it can definitely go quicker than that, and it can definitely go a lot longer than that too. And so I think the perception when you start looking at shows like CSI, NCIS, any of those forensic-based shows, even the more factual ones like Forensic Files and things like that, there's still that misperception of that we are able to knock these cases out in a couple of days. And sometimes we can. If there's a clear and immediate public safety issue, we will do our best to accommodate those, and a lot of it is case dependent. If you have a sample where you have a lot of DNA left by somebody, that's a really easy case for us to process, so we can do that in a couple of days. If it's low level, if it's mixed, if it's got issues with degraded or it's inhibited samples, all those processing steps take a lot longer and then makes the interpretation of that more complicated on the back end. So all those things, it's hard to explain to the public that we are working as fast as we can, but we're trying not to sacrifice our quality of the information we're providing that potentially would go to court on.